just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty. Pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to pump thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to pump thee. I'm 7 tall, y'all. And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme. I like my beats funky. I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy. I'm sick with this. Straight gangster rap. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey, yo, fat girl. Come here. Oh, you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me. I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy. I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. All right, I'm going to stop.
And now you all have had a sneak peek of what Layla and I are going to be doing for 18 hours on the way to BenCon.
Oh, I had to stop because I feel like if I did any more than that, I'd have to pay royalties or something.
I thought you were literally going to have an asthma attack trying to keep your nose plugged. Like
I want to hear how that sounds.
You can, because it's on the podcast.
God damn it.
Don't act like you don't know.
Wait, was this a podcast or a sound check?
It's a podcast. So you might want to introduce yourself.
Well, okay, well, welcome back to Books and Bullshit, everybody. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Otherwise known
not
as
ready for you.
Otherwise known as Zachary Chopchinsky, the Bowtie author. Here with me, as always, because she won't leave, the queen of snark and dark, Martina McAtee. Martina, say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
Word. Okay. So today, we've got some interviews lined up for y'all. Well, one in particular for this episode. Martina, who we interviewing today?
Bam!
Da, 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 da. It's another one, and another one, and another. Man, these 90s hip-hop things are going to keep fucking coming,
Man,
bro.
That's what we're talking about today. 90s hip-hop. Now, Bam Shepard, the creator of the Monsters Ball anthology. Balls.
Tee balls. Tee balls.
Calm down, Michael Jackson.
So, all right, cool. So, do you know anything about the Monster Ball?
I know it's an anthology.
Well, I think it's about an area where there's a bunch of like monsters and basically like paranormal creatures and so on, and they get invited to like a ball event. It's multiple authors and they write a different character.
Right. It's basically the ball itself is the tying factor.
Every time we say ball, like I can't, like
the dance.
I'm an adult.
The gathering.
The gala. Gay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The gala event.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about anthologies, and probably very little because we all know it's just going to dissolve into
porn. Or 90s hip hop.
Or 90s hip hop. Or 90s hip hop porn.
What?
Ooh.
Did Vanilla Ice release like a really shitty like 8-bit like porno?
Yeah, it was called 8 Mile.
Wow.
Just Vanilla Ice's white ass pounding Brittany Murphy.
Did Vanilla Ice fuck Brittany Murphy?
He did in the movie 8 Mile.
That's Eminem.
Oh, shit! What did you say? Oh my god, I'm having one of those moments. Wait a second. This is why I never remember anything. Wait, what did I say? Who are you talking about?
Vanilla Ice.
Oh, Vanilla Ice. That's right, the 90s.
Girl,
We just erased this.
girl, you just said Vanilla Ice too.
Oh my god. Aren't they essentially the same person?
Oh my god, right now Eminem he's about to write a diss track about us.
Just me.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
I swear to God, I just had a stroke.
Yeah.
The sad part is nobody caught it, and now I'm going to...
No, I caught it. That's why I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Wow. That's
Not that
scary.
Damn.
I think I'm saying something,
Yeah.
I'm saying something different.
You were saying
Holy
Vanilla
shit.
Ice the whole time, and I'm like, you
I'm
sure,
scared.
fam?
I'm getting old, y'all.
Damn.
Though I did watch, Vanilla Ice had this really cheesy fucking movie that came out in the 90s. And no, I cannot remember.
Teenage
the name of
Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
it. No, that was actually a decent movie he did in the 90s. The first movie was literally him as, like, the main character. And it's a good thing he was pretty back then. Because, my God, this was the worst acting I've ever seen. But he really was so cute back then. I just saw him and I was just like, wow. Just shh. You're so pretty. Just shh. Don't talk.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, go ahead. quickly.
Well, Martina, talk while I am looking up what Vanilla Ice has done.
Well, we've seen what happens when I talk. I
yeah,
don't
apparently
think
you
that's
can't
a
get
good
shit
thing.
right. I'm already looking it up.
But
Why are
can
you
we
looking
talk
it up,
about
too?
Eminem and that shitty ass sex scene in 8 Mile?
It was just like his half white ass cheek as he's just like pounding away on Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not finding anything on Vanilla Ice as far as like a movie
Because his
views.
name was Robbie Van Winkle.
Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. Nope, that's a music video.
Oh my gosh. You talk a
Cool
lot.
as Ice.
Cool as ice.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
If you ever just want to kill like an hour and 30 minutes just being like, wow, it was terrible.
Should make Zach watch it.
Oh no. And now we know what we're doing for the fucking videos for the next month.
Exactly. Just.
All right, anthologies. So
What do you know about anthologies, Zach?
I was just gonna fucking ask you.
I
that.
know, which is why I beat you to the punch. Because you like to
Bitch.
put me on the spot.
All right, so an anthology is basically a collection of works from multiple different authors put together into one larger book. Generally, they'll share a theme, like Christmas theme or Monsters Ball. And, you know, they'll often share a genre and things like that because they're meant to be focused on one singular audience.
One singular sensation.
Sweeping the... Yeah, one singular sensation. Nope. Sweeping the... Nope.
Every little step.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Shut up.
you.
Shut up.
Yeah, the two of us are just batting 1,000.
It's because it's hot in here.
It really is. We're actually probably all high as a kite off of whatever is in that cat litter right now. All the fucking urea from the fucking cat pee.
It's
is
pronounced
making us-
urine.
No, the actual breakdown of urine.
Urea? Isn't that the guy that sings in Panic at the Disco?
Don't you dare ever talk shit about fucking Brandon Urie ever.
If you were about to say, don't you dare talk shit about Eminem, we had to stop recording and
Don't
I
ever
had
talk
to
shit
leave.
about Vanilla Ice.
I would have been done recording for the night. No, it's probably because there's not good circulation in here, and there's there's 3 dogs, 3 humans, 2 cats,
Humans?
and humans.
Did you say humans on purpose? If so, we need to open a goddamn window in here. We're all gonna die.
We're huffing some CO2 and ass right
Ooh,
now.
this is getting ugly real fast.
Ah, quit calling me that. All right, so Martina, have you ever been in an anthology before?
They're not considered anthologies, right?
Box sets.
The box sets, they're not anthologies, right? Because they're all just different stories.
Yeah,
kind of
so
squeezed together.
and there is Martina, now since you threw the anthology at me, what's the difference between an anthology and a box set?
I have no fucking idea, Zach, or I wouldn't have just said, is that the same thing as a box set?
All right, so
I thought the fucking bewilderment in my voice would have been enough of a fucking...
anthologies are generally let me see how I do this on this one, Curtains. So let's see. Anthologies are generally, again, there's similar process lines. Sometimes the stories will interlink, but they're short stories. Whereas box sets are individually written and published books. They have their own titles and everything, and they're all just combined together into one sale point.
Yes.
Boom.
And you have been in an anthology.
I've been in an anthology and a box set.
I have never been in an anthology.
I was in a post-apocalyptic anthology, and I got a lot of shit because I wrote a comedy, and everybody else was like, horrible drama, dead babies, and shit, and I wrote, like, a comedy.
About
Well, you
dead
read a
babies.
satire.
I wrote a satire of the piece.
Yeah, I'm about to be in an anthology at the end, but that's
Levi's-
the other me.
Levi's side parting his ears again.
Levi, don't sniff my dog's butt. What are you doing?
Would get all up in that.
Lay down. Come on, you big lug.
The best part is my giant horse of a dog he's born deaf, so he doesn't know what his ears are for, so they'll get, like, flopped back and be held open, and he'll have no fucking idea.
Just don't sit on Loki. Okay, all right. He don't know what he's doing, much like us.
So, I mean, personally with me, anthologies and box sets, I mean, I like them if they're done right. I mean, I have some that I've actually read through. I feel like, though, that if they're
Wait, you
not...
have books you've actually read?
Yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch.
Yes.
It's the Zombies book up there in the top corner. That's actually really good. This was the first.
Zombies!
This was the first book that made me realize the difference between how men and women write sex scenes.
Ah. Oh, these are actually well-known.
That's a
guys.
really fucking good anthology.
I love the cover art. That's really cool. Layla should put that up on the interwebs.
Yeah, so the book that we're talking about now, guys, anthology that we read, it's called Zombies the Recently Dead, featured stories by Max Brooks, Neil Gaiman, Brian Keene, Joe R. Lansdale, and many more, edited by Paula Garan. It's a really, really good book. Sorry for the dead air. I had to pause and take
Because he can't
strike
take
a
a
pose.
photo and talk at the same time.
No, I cannot. But I really liked it. The stories in here are really, really good. They're interesting. They're unique. But there's some that are funny, some that are scary, and some that are just like science fiction. But anyway, I like it.
Science fiction zombies?
Science fiction. Ooh, double feature. Do-do-do. Dr. X. The really hard X on that.
Yeah.
We'll build a creature. The androids fighting.
Welcome to the Books of Bullshit
Brad
sing-along.
and Janet. This is our musical episode.
Yes,
Once more
everybody's
with
got one.
feeling.
They got the mustard out.
Bunnies, it could be bunnies.
All I
Jesus
can think
Christ,
of is
we're
that one
high.
episode where he's like, right, Giles? He's like, to be fair, I wasn't listening, but I'm quite certain you're wrong.
I like. What's that one thing we all start out like Xander, but we all end up like Giles or some
Yes,
shit like
except
that?
I was always Giles.
Giles. Wish I had a Giles in my life.
Layla is the Giles in your life.
Well, I mean a really giant Englishman that can sing.
Deep down, we all know Zach wants to be married to a giant Englishman
Not
who's
you,
been in
Julian.
Rocky Horror Picture.
Tim Curry. There's not a person in this room that wouldn't fuck Tim Curry at one point of his life.
Yeah, but Giles also played Frankenfurter on stage,
Yeah, during actual Broadway showings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I didn't know until much later. Why are you putting your foot in your wife's vagina while we're trying to fucking film a...
Welcome to the jungle.
Wow.
I gotta push her away because she's going toes for holes on me. Get the hell out of here.
Well,
All right, so Martina, anything to add insightful about box sets or anthologies?
they're cool. No. I don't know. I never really... The only anthology I ever read was this weird vampire set. And all I remember about it was that there was a lesbian vampire who went down on a girl while she was on her period. And they described it in such detail that I was literally nauseated. And I was like, that's the end of this box set or anthology. Maybe that's why I never
What did one
went...
lesbian vampire say to the other lesbian vampire? I'll see you next month.
Still gross.
Yeah.
All these years later, I think it was like probably 13. I just put a bad taste
Hold
in
up.
my mouth.
Hold up.
An anthology.
Fun fact of the day: it's not like just straight up solid blood, right? Like the period blood
Are
is
you
different.
asking me if it's creamy or crunchy? And that's where we lost Layla.
Oh my god! Normally I like my eggs runny. This is a bit of a scrambled omelet, really. Let's go treasure hunting. There it is. No, but
The rest of the audience is already gone. It's just us and
they just
now.
hit next. It's us and like two other people. You know who you are.
Exactly. Like, can we get past this fucking
Who would
shit?
write? That was a dude that wrote that shit, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, all of the stories were lesbian stories. So maybe it was a bunch of chicks. But that story in particular was just, I went, nope. That's it for that.
Maybe it's like a
anthology.
chick that doesn't know how lesbians work.
Or she does. I don't know.
I don't know.
For all I know, it could have been a bunch of 15-year-olds writing this shit. But
Was there butt stuff?
no.
Because you would immediately know because lesbians don't do butt stuff.
They don't have to.
Maybe that's my point.
No, they get off the regular way.
you know guys wrote lesbians when there's butt stuff all of a sudden. Like, nobody does that.
Not on purpose. Not unless there's jewelry involved.
Or a birthday, and it better be a landmark birthday.
Like, congratulations, you survived the plague. Like, We almost died. Just this once.
You just had your last chemo treatment. What are you going to do next? I'm going to do butt stuff with my wife. She bet me if I lived, I got butt stuff.
Strangely, he died right afterwards.
But if he was by falling downstairs. Oh my god. Okay, so the interview today. So we're interviewing.
Bam!
I cannot not do that now.
No, or like, what's the guy the chef who's always
Emerald, bam! Kick it up a notch. So we're interviewing Bam, not Margera, or Bam.
Bam?
Yeah.
Bam Bam!
Of the Bam Bam Bams.
Every time I say her name, I want to like do like a leg kick, like fucking Steven Tyler. Bam!
Walk in the room. So, but what can you tell us about her?
I think we already talked about it. She's the creator of the Monsters Ball anthology. They're about to put out their second year, and I figure she'll probably tell us all about it when we get her in her interview, so I don't really want to steal her thunder.
That's a good point. All right, guys. Well, without further ado, we're going to bam! Kick over to Bam! Bam!
I can't believe I fingered those two girls at Jersey Mike's. What is wrong with you? That is not an intro, you dumbass.
Well, okay, I finger gunned them, and I didn't know that I did it until you pointed it out.
Yeah, I can't believe I fingered two girls in Jersey Mike's. Not really how you want to jump into a fucking interview.
Dear Penthouse.
Yeah, and I'm sure those two girls at Jersey Mike's are like, oh, fuck, he did. How dare you besmirch Cassidy and Liesel like that?
Yeah, Liesel, that's such an awesome name.
Yeah, we were getting really familiar with our Jersey Mike's girls, but not that familiar.
I was finger gunning them. We were being inappropriate. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
he went to order his sandwich and he literally finger gunned like as he ordered, like a fucking tool.
I didn't fucking mean to.
That makes it even more douche-like.
They just
Like when your go-to is just like, hey, you look like a jackass.
I love your impression of me. Oh, sorry. So everybody, welcome to this interview. Sorry, we are interviewing Bam.
Dun, dun, dun,
Da,
dun,
da,
dun,
Bam.
Otherwise, known as-
It's another one, and another one, and okay, sorry.
we're
Anyway,
gonna do that as soon as we see you at PennCon, by the way, just so you know.
Just believe that if we were like close friends where you called me on a semi-regular basis, though who does that anymore anyway, that would be your ringtone.
Now she wants to be friends with you just so that can be her ringtone.
Right? So we are here with Bam. I can't say it like normally. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try. Bam.
Yeah. Can we say her last name? Bam Shepherd.
Bam Shepherd.
She is an author.
Bam Shepherd.
Bam.
Damn, Bam.
Oh God, this is already going off the rails.
Sorry. Bam Shepherd, author, writer, book teller. Hey, Bam.
Hey guys.
Hey Bam. I love that. Hey Bam. Oh, seriously.
That's what I get for picking.
Sorry, we're trapped in here with 3 dogs, just so you know. So if you hear any weird groaning, that is not us. That is the dog.
Might be us.
It might be Zach, but it's not me.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are you sitting like that?
I don't know.
And holding onto your toe like a toddler.
and
Is that your safety blanket?
what you think about book stuff? So, Bam, tell us a little bit about yourself before we completely derail this interview.
Do it.
I guess I'm just like a general all around book bitch. Like I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I think that's pretty like usual for the indie world, where we all kind of wear like a lot of hats, and that definitely applies to me.
So tell
Yeah,
us about these hats.
So I'm going to tell you right now, consider the phrase all around book bitch stolen, because
Zachary Chopchinsky, Bowtie author, USA Today bestseller, all-around book bitch. Like,
Oh yeah, he'll steal that, and then I have to listen to it every time we go into a goddamn recording studio.
well, at least we got a recording studio.
I feel like it's accurate though.
Well then, I guess, okay, so tell us about all of the things you do as an all-around book bitch. What does an all-around book bitch do, Bam? Tell us.
First off, an all-around book bitch is a boss-ass bitch.
Not only that, but Bam the book bitch is fucking great. You should put that on a fucking business
That
card.
needs to be a hashtag immediately.
I definitely have considered using that as my tagline. So
You should.
don't tempt me.
Yeah, don't consider it. Do it.
Yeah, because if you don't, he's gonna fucking trademark it.
Yes, I love it. It would be a very entertaining Twitter war between the two of us, though.
Yes, you guys would just try to come up with more jaunty names for yourselves.
Correct.
So, do you do other stuff in the indie world other than write? Like, because it seems like everybody's like, oh, I'm a writer, but I'm also an editor and a cover designer, and I do all my own
Literary
formatting.
prostitute.
Yeah, literary prostitute.
Exactly. Yeah. So I actually wrote my first book that's going to publish this year, but it's not going to publish until next year. But I do PA work for several authors. I do cover design, I do proofreading and beta and alpha reading. I do graphics, I do just a little bit of design of different swag and social media graphics, marketing. I do a lot of weird shit. And then obviously I am the creator and the organizer of the Monster Ball anthology, and that takes up a shit ton of my time.
So you created the Monster Ball anthology.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I see it everywhere, but I never really knew who was behind it. The graphics and stuff for it are fucking great.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Zach and I have to practically make out with this microphone in order for people to hear us. So I'm trying to get more comfortable because I'm getting the look from Layla that says I'm distanced. I'm too far away.
Wrap your lips around Big Black Mike.
Last time I did that, I ended up with a kid.
Oh. And I named her Mick as tribute.
So he wasn't black, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know.
Unfortunately, he's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, my daughter is a very pleasing pasty shade. She's very good looking child, regardless.
Skin tone.
She looks like the Aryan
so
poster
straight.
child, but other than that, he was good for breeding purposes. Okay, Zach, come back online.
Sorry, there was something on between my toes. And
Oh, gross!
What?
It's bad enough that you just ate that fucking sandwich and you're just all up in my shit right now. Now you're picking at your toes.
Lady, you ate a tuna fish sandwich.
I ate a mint.
I ate 2 mints.
Well, I tried to get mine back, but you took them from me.
Well, I ate the second one. Gave the other one to Layla.
Well, Layla's way over there. She doesn't need it.
I was being polite.
And see where that's gotten us.
So bam, you wear all these hats. I know, right? And you do all these things with the book world. Which one is your favorite? Like, if you could drop all of it and do just one, which one would you like?
That one's hard. I don't know. I think for me, probably just doing the Monster Ball would be my favorite. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun collaborating with that many authors. But that's terrible to say. My authors are going to be so pissed that I didn't choose staying their PA.
Why did you? You put air quotes around working with other authors. Like, what the fuck?
Well, because it's like one of those things where it's like, I would be really upset if I was like talking to my PA and she was just like, well, really, I want to give up any of my own hopes and dreams and just spend my life doing your bidding. I would be like, no, that's not how it works.
I mean, it depends on how rich you are. You might reach that point where they just like want to be there to suck your toes or some weird shit.
God willing.
What's with you and toes today?
Chief toe sucker.
That's right, bitch. You know who butters your bread. Get down there.
I would never make anybody do that. That's so gross. And it just probably feels really weird. Not probably. It definitely does. Don't let anybody do that. It's creepy.
Every once in a while, when Layla's not paying attention, I'll pop a toe in my mouth.
Yours or hers?
Yes. So
Don't have kids, Layla. My God.
So, Bam, so we're in the Monsters Ball right now. Do you have any other projects in the mix other than the millions of other shits you were telling us you do?
So I guess this is like a revealing secret time.
Ooh. Wait, let us get comfortable. Go ahead.
We can't.
Talk slower.
So one of my good friends in the indie community is author Heather Hildenbrand. And she's the best. She's hilarious and always down for my shenanigans. And we actually are co-authoring a series together that will release next year. So we're doing that kind of like behind the scenes right now in between Monster Ball stuff, because she also helps me like publish the Monster Ball.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're in between both projects. We're working on our trilogy that we are co-authoring, and at the same time getting the Monster Ball Year 2 ready for print and all of that good
So
stuff.
how does the Monster Ball anthology work? Like, I know it's a bunch of different authors, but like, are you using the same authors every year? Is it a new story every year? Like, how does that work if you're about to start year 2?
So when I had the idea for the Monster Ball, I really wanted an anthology that had two things. One, I wanted to know why anthologies, like, as authors, you will know that this is very true. It used to be anthologies were like a lot of newbie authors, like it was their first book or first story, and there would be one or two authors who was like a bigger name that kind of drew readers to the anthology. But I wanted to do an anthology that had already established authors that you knew and loved and put them all together in an anthology. And then I also wanted to do an anthology where there was more opportunity for like the stories to overlap, because it used to be an anthology would be like all the stories are about witches, or this everybody losing their V card, like so,
that's a thing. Who wants to read a sex book about a bunch of fucking virgins?
So there
was gonna be the lamest shit ever, and it's gonna have like 3-page books in it. Half of them didn't even get to the sex.
There actually was an anthology called Losing It, and it was about like spin-offs of characters like having their first time that were part of like bigger series. So I swear to God,
initially reading that title, I would have thought it was like a book about Eminem or something.
I would have thought it was a book about a bunch of people who just went postal. I would read the shit out of that book.
Yeah, so I mean, but they were very like broad terms, and none of the stories had anything to do with the other story. It was like a game of Russian roulette of whether or not the stories were gonna be good or not in an anthology. And so I really just wanted to go away from that. So for the Monster Ball, I had this idea of getting all of these good authors together, and then I really wanted them all to be writing a story at the same place. So I had this idea about the Monster Ball, which is basically like Gossip Girl gone supernatural. Like, it's all the who's who of the supernatural community. And once a year on Halloween, there's a pop-up party that you are either invited to or you're not. And the shenanigans that happen at the ball are what's explained in all of the stories. So when you read the Monster Ball, year 1 had 11 authors, year 2 has 13.
Nice.
And each story tells a different MC and how they get their ticket to the Monster Ball, and then what happens like when they arrive. And all of the stories are basically around the concept of like someone finding their mate that night, or
Go ahead.
or their mate for the evening. I mean, some of them don't.
Hey, Mr. Right or Mr. Right now.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of I think the greatest thing about the Monster Ball is that there's a lot of crossover, because there are elements that are mine that belong to the world, like the band and the people who work the door and the bartenders and all of that kind of stuff, the proprietor who hosts the ball.
Nice.
So they have to work all of those in, but then on top of that, we require them to have like a couple scenes that they cross write with another author who's attending. So you'll see different scenes, like for instance this year, spoiler, there's a scene with like green panties that makes an appearance in a couple books. Like several people see it, and then you see the story where it's actually happening and you know what the green panties
that's
are
awesome.
entailing.
The green panties are happening, everybody.
Hashtag the green panties.
Everybody's wearing them. The one pair.
It's like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Ghoulsterhood of the traveling panties.
So is it classified as YA or is it more like NA?
No, it's definitely NA adult. There's no under 18 at the Monster Ball because things get crazy there.
Oh, even better.
There's balls at the Monster Ball.
There definitely is, yes.
Sometimes more than 2.
Sometimes.
I believe they call that docking.
Stop it.
I mean, there's talk of an orgy this year at the Monster Ball.
Oh, hey. Could you not grow my boobs, Zach? There's no orgy going on here. Jesus.
I just gestured widely and punched Martina in the titty.
boob.
Oh, sorry.
You will be. Payback's a bitch. My dog did just like jump on your nuts yesterday, so I guess
He almost made me
fair.
cry. He hit me square to the dick.
My dog is little, but he's chunky. And he just like tap danced right across Zach's dick.
He's a thick boy with pointy feet.
And very sharp little nails. He's currently grooming your
I
dog.
think he was fracking for oil. So is there anything you want the readers or possible readers or anything like that to know about your story?
Or stories.
Or stories?
I feel like if you are, I mean, really, if you just enjoy like shenanigans, humor.
Have you eever seen the movie Super Troopers?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I love Super Troopers? Obviously.
Yeah. So I'm asking.
If you love shenanigans, it's a great restaurant.
Hey, bro, what's the name of that restaurant you're always going to with the goofy shit on the walls? Shenanigans? You guys going to Shenanigans?
Who wants to that's right?
Sorry.
Yes. So my stories that I'm writing myself have a lot of, and I don't write for the Monster Ball. I organize the Monster Ball, but I do write all of like the epilogues or like the interviews from the proprietor and stuff like that we use for marketing or like the forward or epilogue of the book. So if you've read those, you know that like I have like a lot of inappropriate humor. If you're reading the Monster Ball, it's a lot of like steamy, but I always try to throw in like a couple of authors who write like really hilarious shit. Like year 1, we had Jane Washington, whose story was freaking hysterical. And then year 2, we have Stacey Rourke, who, you know,
we know Stacey.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys know.
We know Stacey really well.
Yes.
she's always got a lot of humor in her stories. So she's definitely bringing the fun factor this year to the ball.
She always does.
All 4'1" of her.
Yeah, exactly. She's pint-sized fun.
She packs a lot of sarcasm in that tiny little body.
She really does. She's got to be at least 95% sarcasm. That's why she's so skinny. She doesn't have room for anything else. So where can everybody find you? Like, where's your social, like, what's your social media? Where's the best place to seek you out?
You can find me on Facebook, obviously, Bam Shepherd. I don't have my author page yet, because let's face it, I'm just being real lazy about it.
That's fine.
But
it's fair. None of us use our author page anyway.
I mean, with the new Facebook algorithms, like, they make it difficult for anyone to see anything from your author page anyway.
Exactly.
So, so I haven't been in a rush with it, but you can find me there. You can find me on Instagram at @CAmberReed, and occasionally on Twitter. If I'm on Twitter, it's normally just me commentating inappropriate things about the world, though, not necessarily.
Well, then I definitely need to follow you on Twitter.
It's me, like, threatening to kick Blake Shelton's ass randomly and, like, stuff like that.
Well, then now, yeah, most definitely I'll follow you on Twitter.
I'm in.
Mine's just all gay porn stars and really people who I somehow, like, followed when I joined Twitter 850 years ago. I don't even know who the hell these people are.
Exactly. So Twitter is nothing professional for me. It's just very weird stuff. But I think
like that for most of us. But if you fuck up on Twitter, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't want to get on YA Twitter's radar.
Exactly. They're terrible.
Zach, stop making out with the cat. Pay attention.
She's so cute.
She's very cute, but could you just not while we're in the middle of an interview?
I'm listening. I'll pull her tongue out when it's time for me to speak.
Gross. Do not defile Bambina like that. Or Bam. Hey, Bam, Bambina. That's the name of their cat. Bambina.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
She thinks she is.
She really does. She thinks she's quite the princess.
I'm starting to think she gets her narcissism from her dad.
Oh, you think? Layla's definitely not a narcissist.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm a narcissistic cannibal. I can just eat myself up.
Vic, please never utter that line again. It's bad enough Layla has to tolerate you.
I know what I'm about.
But yeah.
All right, so as we're wrapping up, is there anything else that you want to say? Kind of lightning round. Tell us, well, I don't know, whatever. Any topic you want, say anything you want, ask anything you want, go.
No pressure.
Where's
the Jeopardy music?
Right? That's what I'm feeling here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm heading to PenCon. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. I'll see hopefully the two of you there.
You will.
Yeah, look for me and I'll be creating shenanigans there as well. You know, I like to.
I think I saw you last year. Didn't you bring your friend over to me?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
You did. Yeah, you brought her to me and she looked like she was being brought to her death.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, I felt even guilty talking to her because she just looked so shaken. I was like, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the backstory though was that she wanted to find you and I knew where you were at and she was like freaked out by like she was too scared to go by herself.
It makes her feel better. I'm too scared to be by myself too.
Share a table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll be there too. We'll be there this year too.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in St. Louis around PenCon this year too. So I plan on there's like a Cardinals game. The Jonas Brothers are there. It's Taste of St. Louis that same weekend. So there's like a big food truck festival with like all kinds of competitions and like food
they're gonna
sampling.
fight each other?
Demolition Derby
Yeah,
style.
They're gonna battle each other.
Now that would
Basically,
add an
it's like
element.
10 food trucks go in, one comes out, kind of thing.
Yes,
Welcome to
that's
the
how it should
Thunderdome.
be. Exactly. The
We need to call
food
Tina
truck.
Turner right now.
The food truck Thunderdome.
They turn them into robots, and they have to like battle each other, Japanese style.
Yes. Or you have to build robots in the style of whatever food you cook.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Man, now I'm kind of sad because I feel like it's not going to be as awesome as we're making it sound.
Now we've ruined it for her. She's like, never mind. I'm just gonna go to the Cardinals game. Wait, there's the Jonas Brothers here?
Nobody wants to go to the Jonas Brothers when there's food trucks that have weapons and are killing one another.
Well, nobody wants to go to the Jonas Brothers now that they're all off the table.
I'm really nervous about the Jonas Brothers because the stadium is like directly across from the hotel where the convention is. And so I was like, listen, the night that the Jonas Brothers are here, I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to be outside with screaming 13-year-olds. So
Except they're now screaming 33-year-olds.
it's true. I'm not gonna lie, I still love the Jonas Brothers.
Exactly, because I don't think any 13-year-olds know who the Jonas Brothers are. They're like, wait, was that the one who played the gay dude?
I'm a 14-year-old and she still loves the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, well, that gives me hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think we're still a little bit with the in crowd.
We're still a little cool, not much. I'm not cool because I'm old. I'm way older than you.
I mean, I don't know about the
But
Jonas
yes.
Brothers, but hit me up when the Backstreet Boy tour hits Florida.
They're more my speed.
I'm going to the to the Backstreet Boys on Wednesday. I'm not even kidding you guys.
See?
The DNA tour?
That's what it's called.
Yeah. And but you know what's sad is that his opening act is Brian Luttrell's son, who's like a teenager now and a country music star.
Really?
It's so weird.
That is so weird.
I was like, we've gotten so old. Like his son is like 17 or something and a country singer.
I
now.
felt the same way when Billy Ray Cyrus all of a sudden had a kid who was on the Disney Channel.
Miley.
Yeah, when Miley Cyrus first came out, they're like, oh yeah, and I was like, wait, that's Billy Ray Cyrus's kid? Damn, he sold out after one song and then he just put his kid in show business to live off her for the rest of his life.
And take awkward photos with her on the beach.
Or what about his wife who took a picture with an entire safe full of marijuana? Just fucking pounds of
Was it
it.
his wife or Willie Nelson's wife?
No, that was his wife. No, Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Does Willie Nelson even have a wife?
I don't know.
His wife is marijuana.
I know, right?
Exactly. Willie is married to Lady Cannabis.
He's married to a woman named Mary Jane.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
Yes. Mary Jane is his only love.
And that sounds like a sweet country girl name, too.
Yeah, Mary Jane. Except there's no Mary Janes. That's very northern actually. That's like Mary Jane and then it's like a super Irish last name.
Mary Jane McCormick.
Yeah, if you're in the South, everything is you got a middle name of Sue or Lynn or Lee.
Or Anne.
Yeah. And you have names like Brandy, Crystal. Or you have a boy name.
Great. We don't have unique names like Bam down here.
Or you have weird names
Listen,
like Barkley.
Top secret. My name is not Bam, right? But obviously. My name is Amber, and on Facebook I used to be Amber, which I guess this is a good segue because when I publish, I'm publishing under my actual name. I'm not going to publish as Bam. I'm
She's
probably
really gonna just fuck everybody up.
threw everyone up. They're going to be like, who the fuck is this? But this is where the story goes. So my name on Facebook used to be Amber, but outside of the book world, I also admin a local group for here where I live in Tulsa. And there's like 40,000 members in this group. And I was getting some like real like internet trolls straight up like
you
who would
getting
message me.
DPs?
Yeah, I would get like some really sketchy messages from them, and I'd get some like really hateful stuff when they would be mad that I like had to enforce rules. Like it was just a lot. And so I changed my Facebook name because since it was a local group, I didn't want them to be able to see like my real name and figure out where I lived, you know?
Makes sense.
Um, so I just changed my name to like my childhood nickname, because my name is Amber, and so everyone used to call me like Am Bam, and then they just started calling me Bam.
I've been through that metamorphosis as well.
Yeah.
My family calls me Nin. Nin. Nin.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it's super weird. It's it's not my name, but it is a nickname of mine, and that's like what I go by on Facebook. But so now I'm at like that weird point where there's like people who know me for years and years that know that my name is actually Amber, and then there's people who don't. And so last year when we were doing the Monster Ball for year one, someone started saying something about Amber, like get your stuff to Amber. And so I get a message from Stacey Marie Brown, and she was like, listen, who the fuck is Amber? And I started laughing so hard. I was like, it's me. And she was like, what the hell? And she's like, I feel like my whole life is a lie.
Yeah. I remember a long time ago, I was working at Publix. This is when I was like a child practically. And everybody kept talking about this kid who used to come in all the time. His name was Adam. But then they were always talking about this other dude named Bean. And it took me way too long, and a conversation where we were sitting right next to each other where I was like, who the fuck is this Bean character everybody talks about? And Adam just turns around and looks at me. He's like, oh, that's me. My last name's Green. Like Green Bean. He's like, so everybody just calls me Bean. I'm like, well, can they just call you that? Or can they just call you Adam? Because it's highly fucking confusing. Like, pick a name and stick with it.
Yes.
So you are now Bam.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
I don't have any cool nicknames like that. I never got stuck with any.
No, just, hey, pervert, get off my lawn.
Yeah. Or put your dick away. I got that one a lot.
We're tired of looking at that shit.
Yeah.
It's like a penis, only smaller.
That's not true.
It's not like a penis?
No.
What is it?
It's more oblong. Like if I,
Is it an eggplant?
it is shapes.
She-
Yeah, Bambina's is all about my dick right now.
Yeah, and she's looking at you with such hatred in her eyes.
I'm not asking her to touch it.
I've never seen a cat who has such an angry look on her face. And she's got really sharp claws.
I know, I'm terrified right now. If I
Yeah.
move, if you move, you die. It's kind of what I'm getting.
This is like an episode of Saw that nobody asked for.
Saw 8, my dick.
He ate what?
I didn't even think of that.
There better be some good punctuation.
There better be a colon in there.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a colon in there. Me and Layla have been trapped with you after dairy. We know there's a colon in there.
You fed yourself cheeseburger, you angry bitch.
You did. Yeah, so just know that while you are leisurely making the way to PenCon, Layla and I will be getting gassed out of the car by Zach's lactose intolerance for 18 hours.
Oh my gosh. I could not imagine driving that far. But I mean, if you're gonna drive that far, at least you do have company, even if it is Zach's gassy ass.
No, it's pronounced gracias.
Zachary Gas, yes. That's your new
So,
name.
not a nickname.
Zach Gassius. It's pronounced gassy ass. Thank you.
Oh, we need to wrap up this shit
Yeah.
show.
Well, Bam.
You've actually been a great pleasure to have on. We would love to
Yeah.
have you on again.
Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I can't wait to see you both, all three of you, at PenCon in a couple weeks.
I know, right?
Just a couple of weeks. God, it's catching up on us fast.
It is. Yes, it's coming so fast, so I will see you all there.
Story of my life.
All right. Well, thanks for entertaining us for the last few minutes.
Yeah, thank you. It's awesome talking
Thanks,
to you.
guys.
All right. Bye.
Toodles.
Bam, Bam. Thanks, Bam. Bam was awesome. Or, as, you know, people that may know her actually call her as Amanda.
Amber. God damn.
It is so hot in here.
That Zach has changed her name.
Let's just keep, you know what?
He's gonna be like, Amanda! She's gonna be like, who?
Let's just keep it as Bam and call it a day. 'Cause I will never forget Bam.
Bamber.
Bamber. Bamberdam. Oh, Black Betty Bamberdam.
Woo! This might be our shittiest shit show ever.
Say that 5 times fast.
Shitty. Nope. Vanilla Ice.
Oh my god, we should, one of these times we should just get fucked up off of laudanum or something.
Who would know? Who would fucking know the difference?
I want to see if they would.
It'd be hilarious if we had our shit together on laudanum.
I know. All of a sudden you're
It's
so
like, hello, I'm Zachary Chopchinsky.
Good evening and welcome back to Books and Bullshit. Today we're going to go over rather
My name is
interesting
Nigel Thornberry.
Hello, I'm Nigel Thornberry, and today we... What is this?
That is a dog. Wow, you really are woozy. It's your dog, in fact. Do you remember his name, Zach?
Hello, Spunky.
Hello, Amanda.
You're Donnie, right? Oh, I read the social media links so I can love on my dog.
You asking me or him?
Dude, if he started talking right now, fucking game over.
And then he starts talking like Nigel Thornberry. Okay, you can find us on Facebook at Books and Bullshit. You can find us on the Instagram at Books and BS Podcast. You can find us on the Twitter at Books Bullshit P1. And you can email us your fucking crazy ass stories at booksandbspodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget about our Patreon, which I'm sure Zach is going to tell you all about right now.
Oh gosh.
He really loves the Patreon. He gets so excited. Nutshot number 5. You've heard of Love Potion number 9. But you've never seen Nutshot number 5. Zach and Layla will no longer be having children. He just collapses on my leg like this was really hard work for him.
He's been through a lot.
How you feeling there, Zachary? Want to talk about the Patreon?
If we ever have any kids, man, they're gonna be some sturdy fucking kids. Survive all this shit.
Just wait till you take some hard baby shoes to the nuts.
All right, so about our Patreon, it used to fund us, and now it's gonna fund my testicle retrieval operation.
Testicular torsion is a bad thing.
So anyway, guys, about our Patreon, a lot of you guys definitely help us out a lot with this, but if you guys are enjoying the content that you hear and you want to hear more and get lots more cool, fun shit, or just want to support us a little bit, go check out our Patreon. There's lots of good stuff on there. Tiers as low as $1. Please give us your money. I will suck your dick. I swear to God. Give me your money.
And what about the interview with
Yeah, if you want to check out, we did a little.
Oh yeah, we did a new thing today. We did a little, and then somebody had a little.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Never mind. Don't give us any money. We don't deserve it.
The curtains are so red.
They didn't start out that way.
So we tried a new thing today with our interviews where after the interview, we are doing a lightning round. It's on our Patreon only where it's about 10, 15 minutes and we're just really letting it out and asking some vastly inappropriate but interesting shit from the authors. And they're answering truthfully and honestly, so it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Totally worthy of your money.
Yeah, so if you guys like the interview tonight and you want to hear us get buck wild with Bam,
Buck Wild with Bam sounds like a great fucking show.
buck wild with Bam the book bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Nessie, that's a podcast I'd tune in
Fuck
for.
yeah. Don't tune into this shit. Tune into that one.
Yeah. I'm sure she has it way more together than we do.
So anyway, so go check out our Patreon. You guys get all sorts of great stuff. Again, tiers as low as $1. We appreciate all love and support. And yeah, again, it directly funds Martina driving here to record these in the first place. So we appreciate all you do.
Yes.
All right. Other than that, you guys have a good one. We'll take take care and remix. Take care, you guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Peace.